Hello and welcome to me and Frank on Ipswich Town with me, Frank, my wife Rung, and everything related to blue, including some blue memorabilia. That was from the FA Cup 1978, and unfortunately it's gone a bit purple now, but it's an age thing, isn't it, really? A bit like me. And Bobby Robson testimonial programme from 1979, and when I look at some of the players that were playing that day, and I was witness to it, along with 23,000 other people: Paul Cooper, George Bailey, Teddy Butcher, Franz Tyson, Russell Osman, Kevin Beattie, John Warg, Mick Mills, Paul Mariner, Alan Brazil, Arnold Muir, Eric Gates, Alan Hunter, and a later rival, George Best, who, as far as I can recall, laid on the 2 goals for Alan Brazil that levelled things at 2-2. Great game, great memories. And now to the present day. And there's some news on Wes Burns and Kieffer Moore and Cameron Burgess. Well, Cameron Burgess, Kieffer Moore are doubtful because of the travelling in the case of Cameron Burgess, and in the case of Kieffer Moore, he played 2 full hours yesterday and he got a few knocks along the way and he went down in pain a few times. So as Kieran McKenna said about him, he said, yeah, it's debatable what will actually happen because it's 5 games in 15 days. I mean, you have to be careful. The good news is George Hurst is back on the grass. I'm not talking about marijuana. No, I'm talking about training fields. And he is still a long way from being fully fit, but at least it's a step in the right direction. Now, there's a guy called Andy Wrong who's right most of the time because he's a fair-minded supporter of Leeds United. And he said in a comment yesterday on the game that's coming up, he said, "Roll on Friday, Frank. Connor Roberts' knee injury. Dan James deflated with missing that penalty." What a penalty miss it was. Firpo not expected back. Rutters had surgery. Struck, still injured. It's looking like the ball is back in your court. We think we've identified our banana skins, and they are namely Hull City, Coventry City and Southampton. Well, as I say, Kieffer Moore, he took a bit of a battering yesterday, so he is doubtful, I think, for Friday, unfortunately. But who would replace him? Ali Al Hamadi, I suppose. And Nathan Broadhead played yesterday, only in extra time, and I thought he was brought on with the intention of him taking a penalty, but he wasn't included in the first 5. And when I saw Dan James taking that penalty, I was convinced he would miss it, and he did. And that's the end of Wales' hopes of getting to Euros 2024. Shame for them. And manager Kieran McKenna in his press conference today said that it's not a short-term injury for Wes Burns, but he will not need any surgery, having had another scan, or they're going to have another scan next week. Lewis Travis is unavailable, as you know, and Arnór Sigurdsson, the Icelandic international, 24-year-old who a striker for Blackburn, he's out of the equation too, and he'll miss the rest of the season. But there is some good news for Blackburn. John Radkin Costello and Hayden Carter have been training this week and could feature on Friday. Well, that ends it all for now, but we'll be back again as always tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, and what we say, darling, up and down.